Ratings for American Pickers fall to their lowest point. Season as revealed by Mike Wolfe. Fired Frank Fritz for using opiates. Addiction. Hi there, everyone. My name is Welcome to my channel, Sophia H. Beginning the video, kindly proceed to click subscribe and provide this video that mimics the ratings of American Pickers. Have fallen to their lowest point of the year. For episode 4 following Mike Wolfe's disclosure. The true cause of his deceased co-star. The dismissal of Frank Fritz from the series. American Pickers' 26th season debuted. With Robbie Wolfe and Mike 59 John's jersey. Danielle Kai and John Chet on October 9. Ratings have not been as high as earlier seasons, such as October 30th. The episode's lowest numbers since the premiere. Only 442,000 people watched the do-it-yourself. DeLorean, who witnessed Jersey John and Mike. For 4 generations, go wild. Carney. Equipped with a carousel of horses. The first were bumper vehicles and toy tanks. Brought in the episode. As Mike sifted through evil, 565,000 fans. Nothing souvenirs from the second installment of the season that premiered on October 16th introduced, in just over 100,000 drop-ins and 463,000 views. Only a week later, the third installment of Season 26. There was a little upsurge in the Great Rule with 566,000 people watched. The ratings are low during the current season in comparison to the season 25. Season 25 began with a two-way. December 2023 will see the premiere of the episode. Brought in 723,000 people watched the first episode, and 676,000 for the third episode of the second. 880,000. Tune in by January 24th, viewers. Episode's rating skyrocketed to. The number of viewers fell from 948,000, retreated for the majority of February, with the lowest on February 14th, with 774,000 viewers, and the most February 28th, with 966,000 on March 27. The season finale. Brought in. When Frank was on the show, 832,000 people watched. There were more than 1 million watchers of the show. The last time Frank was on American Pickers, he departed the series in March 2022, have back surgery in 2021. Mike declared that he would not be going back to the sequence. Frank informed the U.S. Sun at an interview from 2021 in which he was at odds with. At the time, his co-star Mike Frank commented, "Mike and I haven't spoken in 2 years. Knew I had a bad back, but he didn't give me a call and inquire about my well-being. The show is skewed because of this. In his direction, 1,000% I can't even stoop that low to demonstrate to you how acceptable it is. Such as you have Aerosmith and theirs. The front man is Steven Tyler. Discovered my place, he's number 1 and I'm number 2. One on the show with which there is no issue. Perhaps there is a problem with him." Frank then stated that it would be challenging to place the turn on after not speaking to anyone for 2 years. Frank also said, "I'm only attempting to navigate life as everyone else and feel as content as I do. Perhaps life is what you put into it. If you put little effort into it, you don't gain much from it." In an interview with Individuals, Mike disclosed Frank's motivation for not going back to the. He described how History Channel's show. Frank suffered injuries during the epidemic that back while rearranging things in his yard. Went home and had surgery, using that he was taking time off and undergoing surgery. Like the ideal storm, he turned into opioid addiction, and that's when everything was altered. Mike stated. He used running to stage an intervention. About a month later, Mike claimed he declared that he will simply deal with. I asked him, and he did it all by himself, how he was feeling, and he said, "I'm fine. I'm okay, I'm all right." And then there's like a. After a month, he left and was observed. Frank carrying out a few of his. It was somewhat difficult for me to do yet. Mike asserted Frank was still having trouble with addiction before the beginning of filming, as they put up a fierce fight to get him into rehabilitation, and he never stopped working on his. Mike, a friend, stated that producers asked Frank for drug tests that came up negative. However, he failed to supply them. Mike stated the decision was just taken by the network, despite the star's conflicting feelings on doing that. In spite of the dismissal and the argument, the two eventually reconciled, and Mike described the reunion as lovely. Battling addiction, I am aware of how the public might be judgmental, so consequently, when we finally did speak once more, I found it quite easy to forgive, since I was aware that it wasn't him speaking. He talked about his addiction as a source, told the Son of the United States that Frank's battle against substance abuse started as a result of Frank's conflict with. He was taking medication for Crohn's disease that left. When he shattered his back, his bone became weak, required to go through surgery, which is when he developed an addiction to painkillers, according to the Insider. Crohn's disease is a severe illness that results in digestive tract inflammation. According to a source, Frank entered a recovery facility twice in order to address his addiction problems. He left, after which he experienced a stroke. According to the Insider, in July 2021, Frank's interview with the U.S. revealed he started an alcohol abuse treatment program near Bendorf, Iowa, at the Abbey Center for. He was clean for 11 months at 77 days. The interview's time. Fritz Frank was placed under conservatorship a few weeks after he suffered in August 2022 a stroke. The conservator for Frank is Midwestone Bank and oversees his funds that the bank consented to invest Frank's funds and assets to make money. The Guardian is his asset. Chris Davis, friend Chris, is accountable for assisting Frank in controlling his Crohn's treatment of illness, attend physical therapy, grocery store cook, and other daily activities that the conservatorship also consented to assist with restocking Frank's Yo antique shop. Frank Fritz locates a ramp for wheelchair users, and in his Yo house, additional have been installed beneath the conservatorship. But in July of the following year, 2022, at his Iowa, Frank experienced a stroke. Frank's close friends from Farmhouse filed a conservatorship and guardianship for him quickly as a result of his decision-making. He died because his capacity was so compromised on September 30, 2024, in hospice at the age 60. Mike informed others about Frank's last. When I received the call, he wasn't doing well, and I'm grateful that I managed to arrive there. I was present for around 1 hour before to his death, and I was rubbing his chest while holding his hand. I grabbed my fingers and closed his eyes as he exhaled. Mike stated of his pal, he was a very tough. He was a worker unlike anyone I had ever encountered. Throughout my entire life, he was a stunning, lovely individual with whom to be honest. You have no idea what our life would be like. As if there had never been a show. I simply wanted everyone to be aware of his identity. Hey, I appreciate you viewing this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay tuned to American Pickers alongside us.